Congratulations on this new album.
Thanks, man.
Like, the album's name is PTSD. How did you come up with the concept and title for this project?
Really acknowledging myself that I have PTSD and with really being clinically diagnosed with PTSD and trying to spread awareness on the fact that people don't really realize that they have PTSD. Yeah. So it was real important for me, like, shed light on that because it affects my life on a day-to-day basis and so many other people, you know.
How did making this album help cope with your diagnosis?
Definitely therapeutic to get a lot of stuff off my chest that I didn't, know that I wasn't able to, So music always was like a form of therapy for me anyway. Like, that's actually why I did it. That's why I started rapping, because I was able to, like, tell my story in a way where it kind of, like, it made me feel better.
Yeah. Does understanding your diagnosis change the way you make music?
I don't really, like, try intentionally to make music about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just come off naturally because it's my life, like my lifestyle. Like, I really suffer from PTSD. It affects my train of thought every single day. I just got a strong mind where I'm able to, like, understand it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Why was it important to seek professional help with a therapist versus just relying on music?
I think it was important for me to talk to somebody who's never been through the stuff that you've been through. Talking to my therapist, I was telling her certain stuff and she couldn't believe it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so nervous my first therapy session, I cracked my ID in half, just talking to her about that I've been through, you know what I'm saying? I literally split my ID in half just talking to her. She told me, you have PTSD. It is a sickness, a mental illness, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way you think, and I had to really, like, get naked with her in a sense. Like, every day I left out the house, I really felt like I was gonna die or I could go to jail for protecting myself. It's important to just talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we block that intuition and block that in the back of our head because we desensitized by it. We think it's normal. So she was there to tell me, nah, it's not normal.
Yeah. Being that you have gone to seek professional help, how do you feel now?
It helps, but I still feel the same a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? I know all my steps have to be calculated. I can't get too comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Because I come from one of the most violent neighborhoods in Chicago. I come from one of the worst neighborhoods in the whole city of Chicago. And the stuff that we up against, we so desensitized by it, we don't even know that it's a problem, you know what I'm saying? So, like, being exposed to murder and addiction and all of that stuff early on. Like, we so desensitized by the reality of what's going on. It's normal. I seen murders. I've been shot, and I left out the house the next day to go to school, and I was just smart enough to pass the test the next day. But a lot of these kids aren't able to because they still fighting these inner demons, you know what I'm saying? And they don't even realize, they don't even know that you suffer from a mental illness when you encounter these things because it affects your day-to-day life. You don't want to walk to the store, you scared you're going to get shot. You don't want to walk to school, you scared you're going to get shot, you know what I'm saying? So it's important for me to spread light on that and not only talk about the cause and effect, but try to bring solution to the situation too. Like, I really think schools should have a therapist. Schools should have somebody that's going to ask you, how was your day? Because a lot of these kids, they don't have a sense of family, a sense of none of that at home. When they're in school, that's the only love they're going to feel. Sometimes that's the only meal, that's the only clean, safe environment that they have. And it's only for 8 hours out of your day.
Yeah, even in the cover, man, we felt that a lot. Like, you're holding a flag with some of the faces of the people that you've lost. Yeah. Can you explain the inspiration behind that?
I wanted to bring people into my world, my reality. I'm 24 years old. It's 50 stars on that flag, but I could have put 60. I could have probably put 70. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are people who I shared meals with, who I slept on the couches with. These are my best friends, mothers, uncles, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I got Juice WRLD on the cover, you know? Like, I think the families, they appreciate it because it's not about me glorifying it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just bringing light to the situation that what is going on here is not normal, you know what I'm saying? And something needs to give in these situations. And I make the sacrifice to, you know what I'm saying, try to bring change. You know?
You memorialized Juice WRLD on the cover, like you said. You called him a baby Michael Jackson.
I've been calling him that since I met him.
Yeah, what did he mean to the city of Chicago?
Chicago, never seen an artist like a Juice, young and on top of the world, talented at that, you know what I'm saying? And really, like, reached this big level of stardom so fast, you know what I'm saying? And knowing how to deal with it, like, he was excellent when it came to really dealing with the fame and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think just coming from Chicago and the stuff, you behave yourself a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Just because you don't take it for granted because the stuff that you had to encounter before you got there, you know what I'm saying? In Chicago, don't see that.
On your Instagram post, when you eulogized him, you said you remember those talks with him. Like, do you remember? Can you share some of what those talks were about?
Yeah, I used to always talk to him about like real life, like, you know what I'm saying? He used to like look at me like a big brother. So sometimes he'd pull me to the side and be like, "What you feel about this?" I would tell him, "You got to take control of your life, bro. Control how you set the tone for your career, set the tone for your relationship, set the tone for everything you do, because it's your life, it's your legacy, it's your destiny to fulfill." You know what I'm saying? Like, help him with anything he do, regardless of his music or whatever. If you instill certain morals in you, no task is really too hard.
Right. I know you're setting the tone lyrically and musically. The So Chicago freestyle.
Yeah.
You say you're trying to restore the hip-hop feeling and mix facts with it. What do you think has been missing in hip-hop?
Hip-hop has been missing from hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? Like real substance, you know what I'm saying? Talking about something and it being competitive, making mistakes, vulnerability. Like, that's what hip-hop was, you know what I'm saying? Hip-hop was somebody 9 times out of 10, that diamond in the rough, talk about their vulnerability, their life, you know what I'm saying? And for the people that relate to it. I think hip-hop now has become a popularity contest, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to get back to real music, substance. Like Meek just tweeted the other day, 2020 whack music will perish. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I felt that.
I'll tell you else what I felt, man. I listened to the project of PTSD. You're sampling some of these classic hip-hop tunes. You opened the track up with the Jay-Z Dynasty intro beat. Then I noticed you had Jadakiss Still Feel Me on Feelings, and you had Beanie Siegel Feeling the Air on Intuition. Like, was that intentional?
Yeah, of course it was intentional. I really want these hip-hop legends, icons that I looked up to know that I embrace them. Like, nowadays, the kids, average kid my age, they act like they don't even listen to none of that old stuff, or they don't know who these people are. Like, they don't know the Rakims and the you know what I'm saying, the Pocs, and they can't tell you a Nas album, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's important for me to be able to embrace that, because that's what I grew up on, that's what I appreciate. That's the reason why I did music, to be able to be in the room with these guys and be able to be considered like a top tier artist, an MC, you know what I'm saying? Not a rapper, an MC. Like, I'm an MC.
Feels like this is something that's needed right now in hip hop. Like, what do you hope that PTSD does for the hip hop listener and for your peers in Chicago?
I hope PTSD wakes people up. Nothing in life is by coincidence, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, even going through the stuff that I went through, it strengthened my armor plate. I wouldn't be the man I am today. Like, I learned so much. I really grew into a man. I started doing music when I was 16 years old, and I felt like I was a man then, but I was still a boy. So I want people to really, like, wake up and fix your situation, because you're going through it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? No matter how messed up the situation may be. And I'm that kind of guy, like, you would probably get mad at me, because when you in a up situation, I would understand, but I won't probably have empathy for the situation, because everybody knows nothing you going through is too hard, too difficult. Somebody always going through worse than you, or the same thing you going through, you know what I'm saying? And people have PTSD and don't know that they have it, you know what I'm saying? People don't know that they really suffer from a mental illness. That's why you don't want to do this. That's why you don't want to get in the car. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So I think the first step, understanding it, will help you, like, maneuver through life a lot better.